Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today, knowing that each one of us has faced moments when life seemed overwhelmingly difficult. We've all lived through chapters that felt too dark to bear, too uncertain to navigate. But let me remind you of this: a bad chapter always leads to a good story. When we are in the midst of hardship, it can feel as if we are drowning in an endless sea of struggles. But let me assure you, those rough waters will eventually calm. When you look back on your life, the chapters that seemed the hardest, the most painful, will become the ones that shaped you into who you are today. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing challenges, to rise again even when life knocks us down. It's a powerful trait that every one of us has the potential to develop, though sometimes it is only in the face of adversity that we truly discover it. Adversity, whether in the form of loss, failure, or hardship, often feels like a force too great to overcome. Yet, it is through these very trials that we uncover our deepest strength and the capacity to grow beyond what we ever thought possible. The reality is, no one is immune to hardship. Life, in its unpredictable nature, doesn't always go according to plan. We all have moments when things don't turn out the way we imagine, when we experience failure, disappointment, or even heartbreak. These moments can make us question our worth, our future, and the very meaning of our journey. But here's the thing: resilience is born in these moments. It's not something that is simply handed to us in times of ease. It's something we cultivate through our struggle, through facing the storms that come our way and choosing to keep going despite them. Resilience doesn't mean never feeling pain or never being afraid. It means having the courage to keep moving forward, even when it feels like we can't. It means picking ourselves up after we've been knocked down, dusting ourselves off, and continuing the journey. It means acknowledging the pain, embracing the discomfort, but refusing to let it define us or dictate our future. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is its ability to transform adversity into opportunity. Each time we face a challenge, we are given a chance to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. It's through adversity that we learn what we're truly made of. We learn to be resourceful, to find creative solutions, and to connect more deeply with our own inner strength. Resilience is what allows us to turn our wounds into wisdom, our failures into fuel, and our pain into purpose. Resilience through adversity is about more than just survival. It's about thriving in the face of hardship. It's about taking the hardships we face and using them as stepping stones to move forward, rather than letting them be stumbling blocks that hold us back. It's about embracing the truth that adversity doesn't define us, but how we respond to it does. And when we choose resilience, we find not just strength, but transformation. So remember, this life will test you. But every challenge you face is an opportunity to rise higher than before. Through adversity, you will find the resilience that lives within you, ready to lead you to your greatest achievements. Perseverance is the quiet strength that fuels progress, even when the road ahead seems endless and the obstacles insurmountable. It's the decision to keep going, no matter how many setbacks we face, and to hold on to our goals even when everything around us seems to be falling apart. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the true power of perseverance is revealed during times of difficulty and challenge. Perseverance doesn't just help us get through tough times, it helps us grow, adapt, and ultimately succeed. Life often presents us with moments when the finish line feels too far away, when the weight of our struggle seems too heavy to carry, and when we wonder if it's worth continuing the fight. Yet perseverance teaches us that it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we rise. It's about pushing forward, even when every fiber of your being is telling you to quit. The act of continuing to pursue a goal despite adversity is what sets apart those who succeed from those who give up too soon. When we talk about perseverance, it's not simply about blind endurance. It's about the willingness to embrace challenges and take them head on, with the understanding that every challenge holds a lesson and every failure brings us closer to eventual success. Perseverance doesn't just require effort, it requires faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the journey, and faith that each step, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. We often hear stories of successful people who make it look easy, but what we don't always see is the relentless determination and the countless moments of doubt and struggle that they endured. Behind every victory, there are countless hours of hard work, frustration, and failure. The difference lies in their refusal to give up. They've embraced the idea that the path to success is not linear and it's filled with ups and downs. They persevere because they understand that true growth comes not from avoiding challenges, but from overcoming them. Perseverance is the cornerstone of every achievement. Without it, dreams remain just that, dreams. But with perseverance, we take our dreams and transform them into reality. It teaches us to keep going, to keep believing, and to stay committed to the process, even when the end seems out of sight. So remember this, perseverance is not just about reaching the destination, but about the strength and character you build along the way. Keep going, keep pushing. Because with perseverance, anything is possible. Pain is a universal experience. It comes in many forms: emotional, physical, psychological, and often strikes when we least expect it. It is a part of the human condition that, at times, can feel overwhelming. But what if we could shift our perspective on pain? What if, instead of seeing it as something that holds us back, we viewed it as a powerful force that can drive us forward? Transforming pain into purpose is not only possible, but it is one of the most empowering journeys we can undertake. The truth is that pain is often the catalyst for change. It can be the moment we hit rock bottom and feel as though there is nowhere to go but up. It can also be the point where we reach our lowest and in doing so find our deepest strength. When we experience pain, we are given an opportunity not just to endure it, but to transform it. Pain, when processed and channeled, can become a source of empowerment, growth, and purpose. One of the most powerful ways pain transforms into purpose is through understanding. We may not always understand why we are going through certain challenges at the moment, but with time we begin to see the lessons embedded in those experiences. For many, the pain they face becomes a source of strength as they use their story to inspire others. They take the heartbreak, the disappointment, the failure, and they turn it into something that not only helps them grow, but helps others who are walking a similar path. The key is to embrace our pain rather than deny it. We cannot outrun our feelings or suppress them. We must confront them. Only when we allow ourselves to feel and process our pain can we move forward in a meaningful way. When we acknowledge that our pain has purpose, we shift from being victims of circumstance to empowered individuals who have the ability to turn hardship into triumph. Transforming pain into purpose also requires us to step outside of ourselves. Often, the most meaningful transformation comes when we use our pain to help others. When we share our experiences and lessons learned with others, we not only heal ourselves, but we also create a ripple effect that can touch countless lives. Our pain, once seen as a burden, becomes a bridge that connects us to others and to a greater sense of purpose. The journey of turning pain into purpose doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that takes time, reflection, and courage. But with each step, we move closer to understanding how our struggles can become a powerful part of our story. Pain, when transformed, is no longer something to be feared or avoided. It is a tool for growth and an essential part of the human experience. Remember, it is in our darkest moments that we often find our greatest purpose. Through pain, we have the chance to discover our strength, to understand our true selves, and to make a difference in the world around us. Pain may be unavoidable, but so too is the opportunity to transform it into something meaningful. Self-belief is the foundation of every successful endeavor. It is the unwavering confidence in our own abilities, even when the world around us may question or challenge us. But let's be honest, doubt is a natural part of the human experience. We all face moments when the voice in our head whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You can't do this." Those doubts are persistent, and at times they can feel like an insurmountable barrier. However, it is in those moments of doubt that self-belief becomes the most powerful tool we can possess. Overcoming doubt is not about silencing the voice of uncertainty entirely. It's about learning to recognize that voice for what it is, a temporary feeling, not a permanent truth. Everyone has their moments of insecurity and self-questioning, even the most accomplished individuals. What sets them apart is their ability to persist despite those doubts, to continue believing in themselves and their potential, even when external circumstances or internal fears try to tell them otherwise. Self-belief begins with understanding that we are enough, exactly as we are. We often allow our doubts to dictate our actions, preventing us from stepping forward and seizing opportunities. But imagine how different our lives would be if we pushed through those moments of doubt, trusting that we have the strength, the intelligence, and the resilience to navigate whatever comes our way. The key to overcoming doubt is to remember that you are capable of far more than you give yourself credit for. Building self-belief requires a mindset shift. It's easy to focus on our weaknesses and failures. But to develop true self-belief, we must also take the time to acknowledge our strengths and victories, no matter how small they may seem. Every step forward, every challenge overcome, every time we've chosen to keep going despite the odds, is a testament to our inner strength. When you focus on your accomplishments and the obstacles you've already overcome, you begin to see that doubt is just a fleeting emotion, not a reflection of your true potential. Another key to overcoming doubt is setting realistic goals and celebrating small victories along the way. The more we accomplish, the more evidence we gather to reinforce our belief in ourselves. We begin to see that each hurdle we face is simply another opportunity to prove to ourselves that we are capable, resilient, and strong. Self-belief is also about recognizing that failure is not the end, it's part of the journey. The greatest achievers didn't get to where they are by avoiding mistakes, they got there by embracing failure as a teacher, not a roadblock. Doubt thrives in the absence of action, and action is what transforms doubt into confidence. When you act in spite of fear, when you pursue your dreams despite the doubts, you affirm your belief in yourself. Remember, the only way to conquer doubt is to take action, to push forward with the knowledge that you have everything you need within you to succeed. Trust in your abilities, trust in your journey, and trust that you are capable of achieving greatness. Your self-belief will be your anchor, and with it, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Life is a story. From the very beginning, we are each given a unique narrative that unfolds with every decision, every experience, every moment. There are chapters of joy, of growth, of triumph, and there are chapters of struggle, uncertainty, and pain. But one of the most important lessons we can learn is to embrace every chapter, both the good and the bad, because every single one contributes to the beautiful complexity of our lives. It's easy to want to skip over the difficult chapters, to avoid the hard times, and to push away the parts of our story that don't feel as glamorous or exciting. However, the truth is that each chapter, whether it's a challenge or a celebration, has its place and purpose. Without the darker chapters, the brighter ones wouldn't feel as fulfilling. Without the trials, the triumphs wouldn't be as meaningful. Every moment, no matter how challenging, is an essential part of our journey, and each chapter adds depth, richness, and wisdom to our story. When we embrace every chapter, we start to see that every experience has something to teach us. The chapters that are full of heartache, loss, or confusion may feel unbearable in the moment, but they often lead us to our greatest lessons and most significant moments of growth. It is in these challenging chapters that we learn resilience, patience, compassion, and the power of perseverance. These chapters refine us, shape us, and help us discover who we truly are. On the other hand, the chapters filled with joy, success, and peace are the ones we treasure most, but they are also essential in their own right. These are the chapters that remind us of our strength, that validate the hard work and sacrifice we've put in, and that serve as reminders of the beauty and goodness that life has to offer. They are the chapters that celebrate who we've become because of everything we've been through. Embracing every chapter means accepting that life isn't a perfect sequence of happy moments, and that's okay. It's about recognizing that we are constantly evolving. Every chapter adds layers to who we are, and each one has something to offer, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. The key is to live fully in every chapter, to learn from each experience, and to trust that our story is unfolding exactly as it should. So when life feels challenging, when it feels like you're stuck in a chapter you can't escape, remember this chapter is not the end of your story, it's just part of the process. Embrace it. Learn from it. Grow from it. And know that when you look back, you'll see how these moments helped write the next beautiful, transformative chapter of your life. Remember, the beauty of life lies not in avoiding difficult chapters, but in living through them with grace and strength. Every chapter is important, and every chapter is part of the bigger picture. Embrace it all, because your story is unfolding in the most perfect way possible.